My name is Nathan Hamilton. I am the co-founder and owner of Renegade Media Group, the YouTube channel that operates Renegade's React, Renegade Game Time, and various other types of videos. Been operating it now for a few years and had a lot of fun with it. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a ninja, and eventually fell out of that. And then I wanted to be a professional wrestler. A little more realistic, but still pretty far-fetched. And then wanted to get into football, and then I hurt my shoulder and my knee. And then for years, I did not know what the hell I wanted to do. I just found myself floating around, and a friend of mine recommended that I start trying to make stuff on YouTube because they said I had a very fun personality, and here I sit, five plus years on, and still going with it. Currently, we sit at 202,000 subscribers. That is just on our primary YouTube channel. Our second channel has about 6,000, but we haven't posted on there in a little while. The reason why YouTube took off the way it did is because convenience. Much like how Netflix has changed the movie game, much like how Hulu has changed the movie game, much like how streaming internet services have taken over, and cable providers are going downhill further and further and further. I believe it was January of 2013. I started it as sort of like a New Year's thing. I figured, hey, here I am, I'm 25, I need to think of something. I need to do something with my life. And I thought, hey, I'll do video games and stuff like that. And I tried to do the exact same format as the other YouTubers that were out there doing this kind of thing. I decided to quit my day job the very moment that the money I was making off YouTube started to outweigh what I was making at my regular job. A very good friend of mine who helped the channel out in the beginning and was actually in a lot of our earlier videos, Sean Earls, passed away. He was only 34, and he was a really good friend of mine, and I really wanted, I just didn't know how to handle it. I'd never lost anyone that close to me who was working with me on the channel like that, and and it was not too long after that I quit my job and dedicated myself to this 100%. My day-to-day workflow varies. Most days I have to edit. Editing videos is the primary thing. That's the one thing, but the majority of my time goes to editing, and also event, trying to plan out events in advance for us to film other videos outside of the house.
So Nate had told me, I think about 6 months ago, that he had always wanted someone to edit like anime reactions. So anime is slightly different from the videos that we normally do here at the Renegade Media Group because they have to be edited in a very specific way, as in you have to cut it out enough of the episode so that you have roughly 10 minutes of the episode. You can't show more than 15 seconds of it at a time for it to fall under fair use and not have YouTube take it down via their algorithms automatically when you upload it. And so he was essentially telling me that he thought he could probably do a editing position for this and let someone edit those for us. And he had another guy doing it for a little while. And whenever the guy had some other stuff come up and wasn't able to continue doing it, I was like, well, I would love to learn to do that. And he was like, all right, well, let me sit you down with it and show you a couple things on the basics, and we'll see how you do. And I did a full episode for him, and I was like, yeah, man, this is exactly what I want to do. So it's something that's fun for me. It's not like tedious or anything. It's like assembling a puzzle, which is, I enjoy puzzles personally. Well, my thoughts on YouTube right now are that it is already pre-established, but it's kind of ever evolving, and there's always something new out there to be discovered by someone because it's entertainment, and people are always looking for something new to give them a form of escapism, essentially. And it's just up to the content creators to come up with new concepts and new ways of doing things that keep people's interests. And I think from the estimates I've heard, is that coming up soon is kind of a new era of this online video media outlet, essentially. The skills that I've learned here at the Renegade Media Group are going to be invaluable probably for the rest of my life, because even if Nate decides to not continue this, I've learned skills that can allow me to go and work for someone else in the same kind of industry, and that's super exciting for me because I think there's almost an unlimited amount of opportunity in this online entertainment business that we've gotten ourselves into here.
The biggest struggles, I would say, have been the expansion of the online market. YouTube has grown as a business, where in the beginning it was just a platform for people to post their silly videos on. But as YouTube got more popular and thus got more money thrown at it and became more corporate, it invited a lot of a lot of bigger companies to come in and start throwing their weight around, and thus content and thus copyright strikes were levied, and the copyright system came in, and it made things very difficult for a little while. You are never going to please everybody, and you never should try. You should only do what makes you happy out there, and if the world accepts you for as you are, awesome, but if they don't, who cares? Keep rolling, and eventually you may find success. Any time is a great time to create stuff. Anytime. If you feel the inspiration in your heart, go for it. But you really just need to just try for yourself and see what happens. As for advice for any young YouTuber starting out, if you are wanting to really get into this, the number one thing I can always say, invest wisely. Again, it just comes down to you putting forth the effort. I've said that ad nauseum, but I mean it. That's it. If the whole entire world tells you no, even if the entire world tells you no, you keep moving forward and you keep trying, because there's no end to the amount of possibilities on the platform. No end.